First, the headlines. MPCC states Tiranga Yatra in support and solidarity to Indian Armed Forces. International Nurses Week 2025 observed at RIMS. Kontausam Assembly Constituency MLA Dr. Sapam Ranjan inaugurates Kumbong branch of Universal Friendship Organization. Meghalaya imposes night curfews along Bangladesh border to curb infiltration. The Defense Ministry advised media channels to refrain from live coverage amid rising India-Pakistan tensions. And MHA asks states and the Union Territory to invoke emergency powers from the precautionary measures amidst India-Pak tensions. A very good evening. You're watching the Primetime English News. Now let's see the news in detail. The Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC today conducted a Tiranga Yatra under the aegis of All India Congress Committee to express solidarity with the Indian Armed Forces currently engaged in Operation Sindoor. The rally was a show of support following recent Pahalgam's terror attack on 22nd April, which has been claimed by the Pakistan-based group Lashkar-e-Taiba. The approximately 4-kilometer-long processions began and ended at the Congress Bhavans, making a symbolic circuit via North AOC. Senior party leaders, including former Chief Ministers Okram Ibovi Singh, AICC member Gaikulung, MPCC President Kaisa Megachandra, and former MP Thokchom Mainya, led the event. Speaking to the media during the events, Okram Ibovi Singh emphasized that the Tiranga Yatra is being held under directive from the All India Congress Committee AICC to reaffirm support for the India's armed forces. He underlines that the Congress party strongly condemns terrorism and supports decisive action against terror networks. He reiterated that the party's firm stance against the terrorism and highlighted the importance of the national unity during such critical times. The event was marked by the disciplined participation, patriotic slogans, and a strong message of the national resilience.
Sigi laibak thiba thodok haiba tare adu mashi thoamoy adubu India government na hojik tawriba particularly Indian forces na tawrise anagumba Pakistan da laiba innocent amata sokna na ba or Pakistan ki military base amta sokna na ba tawbana teba mada tangjabam lawrga shelter lawrga lairiba terrorist singo madu maru phangna muthat kadabani haiba madugi pandam dudani. We are not against Pakistan or against any innocent people. Sidi mayamsu clearly khangbiyoba. Sigumba se Congress government we are wholeheartedly koi support tawe. Aduna koi ki thongna leiba Indian forces sing se masida koi na solidarity utpa. Muibu koi na kan tawba haiba tare ne thagat pa hai tare ko moida thongna hapa. Koi terrorist haiba city India do wishnu Pakistan do wishnu Bangladesh da or anywhere mafam amada wishnu terrorist ki thodo thokshin haiba tare ko masi yam inhuman oiba se masi terrorist city koi khangba ngamoy
workers sing leaders sing lising laga saruk dabir mayam puno makai na thagachari ngasi ge khoi na silibasi Bharat ki lanmi sing na thengnariba asigumba terror attack ta masigi mayokta akhoi India ki sifai sing akhoi ki jawan sing na thengnariba sigi pungning thawatpa amasung akhoi gi thauna do akhoi Manipur amasung India gi leiriba citizen khudimangna support tawi haibadu akhoi gi party Congress party na state khudimakta support tauri amasung akhoi gi tongan ba state sing da su masigi Jai Hind Jatra si chali masigi damakta yawiribo mayam punomak akhoi gi India gi armed forces mayam sing ase masi support tawa puning thokot point yawiriba workers sing leaders sing amasung press and media gi sinau sing khwai punomak thagatsari. Thank you.
As observed in other parts of the world, the International Nurses Week 2025 has also been observed in the states Manipur, with major events being held at the Regional Institutes of Medical Sciences, RIMS, in Falls. The observation is being held as a part of the birth anniversary of the Florence Nightingale, which falls on 12th May every year. The observation has also been held at the Silver Jubilee Halls of the RIMS Hospital, being organized by the Trained Nurses Associations of India and the Students Nurses Association of India, Manipur State Branch. Today's observation, which has been held on the theme of Our Nurses, Our Future, Caring for the Nurses' Strength Economies, was attended by the Manipur Health Services Director Dr. Chambo Godmai, RIMS Director Professor G. Sunil Kumar Sarma, Northeast Region Trained Nurses Association of the Indian National's Vice President Professor T.H. Nandarani, RIMS Chief Nursing Officer and Imam Health, TNAI Manipur State's Branch President and Tangbi, and the TNAI Manipur State Branch Secretary G.H. Binodini. Speaking as a chief guest, Manipur Health Services Director Dr. Chambo Gonmai expressed that of all the human professions, the profession of a nurse is also very important and essential. He added that the service, care and the dedication shown by the nurses community for the patient is highly commendable and needs appreciations of the highest degree. As a part of the observation, floral tributes were also offered to the photographs of the Florence Nightingale, who is regarded as the mother of all nurses.
In this modern world, we have so many professionals, exceptional professionals, very scientifically they have proved to treat the patients, to take care of the people, and we have very high-tech kind of hospitals, health centers, and we're trying to improve now and then. And Manipur, our state, is no lesser than any other states in India. We are also heading forward, we are moving forward, and we are doing our best. And I really appreciate all the nurses, particularly because even in a remote health center where there is no doctor, the nurses who are posted there, they act as a doctor. They treat the patient. They have the knowledge, they have the acumen of medical care.
Academic excellence facility for the G and NEET aspirants will be made available in the states, with extra marks coaching facilities in the states Manipur. The announcement has been made today, the 9th May, during a press meet held at the Manipur Press Club by Extra Marks Manipur coordinators Ningombam Ritesh Kumar Singh. Addressing the media persons, Ningombam Ritesh further stated that the Extra Mark Coaching Center uses artificial intelligence technology to help the students make up to their error while preparing for the G and the NEET entrance examinations. He continued that these new coaching facilities includes a school's integrated program, SIP, which enables the aspirant students to participate in the coaching classes right from their school, cutting costs on transportations and time saving.
Satrasingna masidagi kanaba logi baya se hojik AI gi matamni AI driven technology sinaduna NEET gi preparation torko matamda mogi ashonba amasung mogi award pasing adu technology sinaduna mekhatuna mogi NEET gi preparation da henna kanaba gi ꯈꯨꯗꯣꯡꯆꯥꯕ ꯑꯃ ꯄꯤꯅꯕ ꯍꯣꯠꯅꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯑꯃꯔꯣꯝꯗ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯇꯧꯖꯔꯤꯕ ꯁ꯭ꯀꯨꯜ ꯏꯟꯇꯤꯒ꯭ꯔꯦꯇꯦꯗ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯝ ꯑꯁꯤꯗ ꯃꯁꯥ ꯃꯁꯥꯒꯤ ꯁ꯭ꯀꯨꯜ ꯏꯠꯁꯦꯜꯐꯇ ꯀꯣꯆꯤꯡ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯐꯪꯍꯟꯅꯕ ꯄꯥꯟꯗꯝꯗ ꯊꯝꯖꯕꯅꯤ ꯃꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯆꯠꯊꯣꯛ ꯆꯠꯁꯤꯟꯒꯤ ꯈꯨꯗꯣꯡꯆꯥꯗꯕ ꯑꯃꯁꯨꯡ ꯄꯩꯁꯥ ꯅꯨꯡꯁꯥꯒꯤ ꯑꯋꯥꯕꯗꯣ ꯈꯔꯗ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯕꯁꯨ ꯃꯇꯦꯡ ꯄꯥꯡꯅꯕꯒꯤ ꯄꯥꯟꯗꯝꯗ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯝ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯂꯣꯟꯆ ꯇꯧꯖꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯝ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯅꯤꯠ ꯖꯤ ꯈꯛꯀꯤ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯤꯄꯦꯔꯦꯁꯟ ꯈꯛꯇ ꯅꯠꯇꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒꯤ ꯕꯣꯔꯗꯀꯤ ꯑꯦꯛꯖꯥꯝ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯤꯄꯦꯌꯔ ꯇꯧꯕꯗꯁꯨ ꯆꯥꯟꯅꯅꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯑꯁꯣꯝꯒꯤ ꯑꯦꯛꯁꯇ꯭ꯔꯥ ꯃꯥर्क्सꯀꯤ ꯇꯤꯝꯒ ꯂꯣꯏꯅꯅ ꯁ꯭ꯇꯔꯛꯆꯔ ꯇꯧꯖꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯅ ꯁꯥꯇ꯭ꯔꯁꯤꯡꯗ ꯌꯥꯝꯅ ꯈꯨꯗꯣꯡꯆꯥꯅꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯅ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯁꯤꯟꯖꯕꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯒ ꯈ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯗꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯨꯑꯣꯏꯕ ꯄꯥꯟꯗꯝꯗꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒꯤ ꯆꯤꯡꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯒꯦꯔꯥ ꯇꯝꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯒꯦꯔꯥ ꯃꯅꯨꯡꯗꯒꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯒꯦꯔꯥ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ ꯁꯥꯇ꯭ꯔ ꯄꯨꯝꯅꯃꯛꯇ ꯆꯞ ꯃꯥꯟꯅꯕ ꯈꯨꯗꯣꯡꯆꯥꯕꯁꯦ ꯐꯪꯅꯕꯒꯤꯗꯃꯛꯇ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯄ꯭ꯔꯣꯒ꯭ꯔꯥꯝ ꯑꯁꯤ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯗ ꯄꯨꯁꯤꯟꯖꯔꯛꯄꯅꯤ
AI na haibadi tungda future da lakada obstacles myam je thingnaban namnaba haina mane define tawre kana loina raga AI tools sinje loina raga natraga AI technology je sijina raga loina raga mana hong bo ma prok ta di akoi gi generation je yauba tare na sigi thorum je pangdok sabani aduga loina na akoi gi national education policy de su 2020 de su haibidi अगी नेशनल एजुकेशन पॉलिसी से अखोना मरुएना गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ना सिगी लोकल लिबा पांदम जिसु अखोगी मरुएना मखोना क्वालिटी एजुकेशन पीनबा हाइना मखोना लोकल सबनी.
In protest against the armed attack at the residence of the retired Dr. Konzengbam Dhanachandra of Uripuk Kwesnam Lekai, Infal West District, Marapibis of the Uripuk Kwesnam Lekai today staged a sit-in protest at the locality's approach road. It may be mentioned that some unknown miscreants had fired some rounds of bullets yesterday evening at the gate of the residence of the Dr. Konzengbam Dhanachandra. While taking part in today's sit-in protest, Kwesnam Lekai Marapibis Vice President Oinam Rosetta stated that such incidents of the gun firing in residential places is an act of cowardice and must be condemned by all. She continues that many elderly, small children, sick and infirm peoples are also residing in the locality and added that any misunderstanding must be cleared through talks and negotiations without resorting to such act of violence in the future.
Kasi nangarang kami pa, nang walang gipong pagmakayang tabo matanda, nakay si magtadalaga, Dr. Konzengbam Dhanachandra mayunda, aki kangwa ba. Yung kapsula kadagi kasi na nagay sige nila kasi mama mo ina ako na nagagi sonda asung bati kan kita ko se amuhan na sagidan mo haydo na nagagi sonda kapsari okay kasi na imala ba tangdulay ta traba matamase sida asigong ba aki akang oira ba tawdo kaya na hanglaba talay ba ana yaga ba ahal naman singso kasi na yan na awa ba anang kini makondagi na ba wapang dati hadagi ati kala maya ma ay kasi kasi na yan kadana kami na duna karino karin hale kanada na kasi na mama mo ina jasi gi makamda nidagi komda.
The Kumbong branch of the Maitai Huyen Langon Sintam Sanglan Sadzai Academy has been officially inaugurated today, the 9th May, by the Kontausam Assembly Constituency MLA Dr. Sapam Ranjans with the hoistings of Maitai red flag bearing insignias of the royal deity Ibudhau Pakangba. The inaugural event, which was held at the Kontausam Battalion Western's Headquarters No. 1, was attended by the several workers and followers of the various branches of the Universal Friendship Organizations UFO. Speaking on the occasion, UFO Secretary Generals Y. Mairaba Angom stated that in today's world, there is much lesser mutual love, respect, feeling of patriotism and a common brotherhood. In order to foster and create greater awareness on the needs to bring in the feeling of love, respect and patriotism and communal harmony, several branches of the UFO are being opened across the states, and today's inauguration is also a part of such endeavor of the organization. He further added that following the age-old teaching of the leaders of the UFO, they are making out strategies for observing no meat day globally to refrain from the slaughtering of the animals. As a part of this planned move, they are devising to submit memorandums to the United Nations organization through East Timor's President Jose Ramos Horta.
Nungsi sanana leminana bugongta nungsi bagi paujel pigi haibagi tamata iopona lamdam krimakta aikogi branch se hangkana message se pibani aduna masigi message se pina hojik aikoina amuk kari haina tawrage haibada handakta 2025 sida ikoi kuidana oja masamangna yamna panjaramba aikogi noma khaktang di malem sida sa hataba nimit am khaktang observe to view haiba wapam se UNO की सेक्रेटरी जनरल दा अखोगी डॉक्टर जोस रामोस अखोगी कनोगी ईस्ट तिमोर की प्रेसिडेंट की कुतांग दा थागतना उजिक अखोगी पृथ्वी सैसिदा शांति पोरकनबगी सोबा थौदाम अमन लौदना उजिक कन्न संजंजरी अखोगी हौजिक की खुंबोंग हाइबा ब्रांच से कोंथोक जम बटालियन की मखादा लेबनी कोंथोक जम लाइन की मनिंग अदाइदा अखोगी बटालियन से ले बता अखोगी संघ से तरुकना साबलई तरेना साबलई तरामाथोइना साबलई लमलमदुगी मतुंगिना.
With an aim to facilitate and provide temporary shelter to the patients and their parties visiting the Thobal District Hospital, a patient portico has been constructed and has been officially inaugurated today, the 9 May, by the Thobal District Deputy Commissioners Enhancement Subhas IAS. The patient's portico has been constructed under the MP Local Area Development Schemes by the Outer Manipur MP Alfred Kangam Arthur. The patient's public portico has been constructed with the DRDA Thobal as the implementing agency. In connections with today's former inaugurations, Thobal District Deputy Commissioner Enhancement Subhas stated that the patient's public portico at the district hospital Thobal, which is 100 feet long and 41 feet wide, is being constructed to provide relief and act as temporary shelter for the patients and the public. He added that the portico has also been made of reality after the district's authority approached the Outer Manipur MP Alfred Kangam Arthur for sanctioning budgets in order to ease the patient's difficulty. Manipur security forces have intensified their crackdowns on insurgents groups and extortion network, arresting multiple active cadres from the various valley-based outfits over 2 days of operating on May 7th and 8th. Acting on intelligence inputs, coordinated combing and search operations were carried out across Imphal, Thobal, Bishnupur and surrounding districts. On the May 8, 4 active cadres of members of the proscribed KCP MFL groups were arrested from the Lamding Kumanthem Lekar and the Thobal police stations, identifying as Ningthausams Amitra Singh, Fairembams Manglem Nganbas Meite, Che Saba Umar Ali, and Yumnam Angau Sana Singh. The groups was allegedly involved in the multiple cases of the extortion, kidnappings and issuing threats to government offices and financial institutions. One country made 9 mm pistols with magazines, 3 live rounds, a grenade, mobile phones and SIM cards were recovered from their possessions. On the same day, an active cadre of the KCP Noyon MFL, Yumnam Bidyasagar Meite, was arrested from the Sekmai Bazaar in Imphal West District. Manipur police also recovered 3 stolen vehicles and removed tinted glasses from the 76 others as a part of the statewide special drive targeting vehicle-related crimes. The operations are being seen as a significant push by the law enforcement to restore normalcy and dismantle underground networks that continue to disrupt peace and security in the region. And now let's take a short break. Keep watching for more updates.
Rural Engineering Department, Manipur State Rural Roads Development Agency, Corrigendum, It is hereby informed to all the concerned that the ASBD uploaded on the website of NIT of even number dated 10 April 2025. The last date of uploading of bids is extended till 5 p.m. of 27 May 2025. And new date for opening of tender will be at 11:30 a.m. of 28 May 2025. The details shall be available at https://ytendersman.gov.in. Yours faithfully, KH Basing, Chief Engineer, EORED, MSRRDA. Shri Shri Gaurachandraya Namaha. Purbrashamda Koi Kwaibu Konbiramba Sri Laisham Lakpati Singh Namagi Nungsijaraba Imung Manung Sagaina Tayamadi Marup Mapang Kwai Pumna Makpu Thadoklamlaga. Haukiba Tanguhum Thamanga English Singaniga Kungamanga Kalin Gitaruk Nipan Batang Zanumita Shri Guru Gi Kripadagi Vase Olaga Shri Krishna Lalita Mandap Chaitanya Das Haibanam Fangzaduna Vrindavan Prapti Oikre Lakriba Tang Nipan Thamanga English Singaniga Kungamanga Kalin Gitara Matui Nipan Basagon Senimita Asti Santray Lokhat Charaga Lakliba Tang Tara Tarok Thamanga English Singaniga Kungamanga Kalen Gitarama Panipan ba Irai Numita Shraddha Din Thokle Thoramasida Laikidrabagi Atma Santi Gidamak Ngamzava Vastu Kharadang Langjadana Hari Sankirtan Galunina Sri Sri Gaurachandra Mahaprabhu Gi Charanda Katchagadauri Upalakshya Sida Brahman Vaisnav Ahalaman Amadi Maruk Mapang Kwai Kibikna Matam Chana Lingbirakuna Harinam Shraban Taubiranaba ELITETV Gi Thongda Pausen Jari Pausen Jariba Laishamongbi Gurumayum Bala Devi Shaha Dharmini Amadi Mahaki Imung Manung Singh Thauram Pareng Ayupung Mapan Vekatpa Ayupung Tarani Toiga Minute Kuntra Sankirtan Hauba Singjamay Yumnam Laikai Lairemi Maning Awang Leirak.
Hi friends, Adom na gari thao hapam matam dadi aphaba thao hamna bone. Dress level matam dasu branded oiba khali. Adubo adom gi khwaidagi maru oriba liver gi damakta di kari section thorang lo biri. Novochem Health Care gi original Lipsa 5G na adom gi liver buson badai ngak thol. Liver bu seng doctor mathau ni thin na tawli khonga ba nungai liver gi mapang kangkalan batana tana hakchang pumba gi energy hengalali chaba tumali acidity hantali. Aphaba king lauba liver magi damak seasonabio original Lipsa 5G.
Welcome back after the break. Moving on with a Manipuri music video titled Palem, produced by the Huidrom Ikachans and directed by the renowned Manipuri filmmaker Kwerakpom Biswamitra, has been released today, the 9th May, during a simple function held at the residence of the producer. The music video has been produced under the banner Millennium Force Manipur, for which the song been composed by the Kwerakpom Biswamitra and has been sung by the Huidrom Gunabati alias Naucha. Singer Naucha is playing the lead roles in the music video, which has been dedicated to her late mother Amakcham Ningol Huidrom Ongbi Jano. The Ministry of Home Affairs (MHA) has written to the Chief Secretaries and Administrators of all states and union territories, asking them to invoke emergencies power under the civil defense rules. The move is aimed at ensuring the efficient and timely implementations of the necessary precautionary measures. The MHA emphasized the need for the states and the union territory administrations to take proactive steps in view of the emerging situations that may require immediate civil defense interventions. Although the letter does not specify a particular crisis, such power are typically invoked during the situations like the natural disaster, public health emergencies, or the large-scale law and order concerns. Civil defense rules empower local administrations to coordinate resources, enforce public safety protocols, and streamline emergency response mechanism. The MHA's advisory is seen as a preventive measures to ensure the readiness at the grassroots level. Night curfew have been imposed in areas along Meghalaya's unfenced portions of the India-Bangladesh border. The states on May 8 imposed a curfew around 40 kilometers unfenced portions prone to the infiltrations and smuggling, the official said. The decision was taken after input were received that there is a likelihood of the cross-border movement, as senior Home Department officials told PTI. Instructions were issued to the deputy commissioners of the border districts to activate restrictions to check the infiltration and smuggling, he said. In order to the orders at the administrations of the West Jantia Hills, one of such district, imposed curfew from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. up to the 200 meters from the zero lines international border. Movement of the people intending to cross the international border boundaries, unauthorized processions, or the unlawful assembly of the 5 or more peoples and carrying arms or other instruments which can be used as weapons in and around the India-Bangladesh borders were not allowed according to the order. Over 40 kilometers of the total 444 kilometer long Meghalaya-Bangladesh borders remain unfenced. Responding to the heightened security concerns following the recent terrorist attacks in the Pahalgam, India Railways has arranged special train services from Jammu and Udhampur to Delhi to manage passengers' movement and maintain safety. Train number 04612 has departed from the Jammu at 10:45 a.m., consisting of 12 unreserved and 12 reserved coaches, catering to both the generals and the reserved categories passengers. A separate Vande Bharat special service with 20 coaches has also left for Udhampur at 12:45 p.m. These trains will run via Jammu and Pathankot, strengthening connectivity between the northern Jammu and Kashmir and the national capital. Additionally, a 22-coach LHB rack fully reserved is settled to leave Jammu at 7 p.m. on Friday. Meanwhile, security operations have also been intensified at key railway stations in southern India. At Nellore railway stations in Andhra Pradesh, joint teams from the Government Railway Police, GRP Railway Protection Force, RPF, and local police including the dog squads and bomb detection units carried out comprehensive inspection. 6 teams were formed to thoroughly scan the station premises, platforms, train coaches, and the parcels office. Security sweeps extended to the nearby stations, including the Gudur, Kavali, Ongols, and Chirala. Surrounding areas such as the hotels, lodge, and the bus stations were also being inspected with support from the local police. Amid heightened tensions, the Defense Ministry has advised media outlets and individuals against live coverage of the defense operations, citing risks to operational effectiveness and personal safety. The advisories references past incidents like the Kargil War and the Mumbai attacks, emphasizing responsible reporting. This directive follows escalating hostilities with Pakistan and Operation Sindoor, India's retaliations for the recent Pahalgam terror attack. The advisories issued on the social media platform X warned that the premature disclosures of the sensitive information could compromise operational effectiveness and endanger lives. The ministry stressed that only periodic briefings by the designated officials are allowed during anti-terror operations in accordance with the Clause 6(1)(p) of the Cable Television Network Amendment Rules 2021. The rules prohibits live broadcasts of the anti-terror operations and allow updates only through the authorized government officials. The advisories further urge all the stakeholders to exercise vigilance, sensitivity, and responsibilities in coverage, upholding the highest standards in the service of the nation. The advisories follows a major security review chaired by the Defense Ministry Rajnath Singh on Friday today at the South Block, New Delhi. The high-level meeting was held in the wake of the Thursday's foil's large-scale drone attack launched from across the border. Military officials believe that the strike was a retaliatory response to the Operation Sindoor, a precision missions executed by the Indian Armed Forces on Wednesday, targeting 9 terror infrastructure sites in Pakistan and the Pakistan's occupied Kashmir. For ELITETV News Channel, contact to the email address info@elitv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow in Facebook page, Instagram, and X for more information about the channel. Before we wrap up the headlines once again. MPCC states Tiranga Yatra in support and solidarity to Indian Armed Forces. International Nurses Week 2025 observed at RIMS. Kotaudam Assembly Constituency MLA Dr. Sapam Ranjan inaugurates Kumbong branch of Universal Friendship Organizations. Meghalaya imposes night curfews along Bangladesh border to curb infiltrations. Defense Ministry advises media channels to refrain from live coverage amid rising India-Pakistan tensions. MHA asks states and the Union Territory to invoke emergency powers for precautionary measures amid India-Pak tensions. Well, that's all we have for now. Thanks for watching and have a good night.